going on, DJBooth.net? This is DJ Blaze, Kareem Julian, and I'm coming at you guys in the lab to give you a quick review video of the new DJ Tech SL-1300MK6 analog vinyl turntables. Alright everyone, so here they are. These are the DJ Tech SL-1300MK6 USB professional USB direct drive turntable. And basically here is another iteration of the very famous Super-OEM turntables. We've just completed a review of the Stanton STR-8150s and ST-150s, as well as a review of the Audio-Technica ATLP-1240 USB, and that is also another Super-OEM turntable made by another manufacturer. So basically there is one main manufacturer who makes most of the internals, all the actual hardware for these companies, and then they decide what features they want to keep or what features they want to lose and how they want their outer shell and casing to look like. And this is what the DJ Tech model looks like. Some of them have the same motor, but they are dumbed down to different speeds in order to feel more like a Technique 1200. This is the DJ Tech iteration. This is a 3.5 kilograms of force start power on the motor. Very strong motor, just as in all the Super-OEM turntables. The CDX is also a Super-OEM turntable. There's other ones out there, American Audio HDT 4.5. Lots more. The Reloop also has one. But again, we're going to focus on the DJ Tech SL-1300. And this is a very high quality turntable. We'll do a quick overall impressions. We have a very different color scheme. This is the orange configuration. It also comes in a black configuration and in silver. If you're not fond of the color, you know, a lot of professional DJs might not want something so bright, but it is something different. It's a breath of fresh air. Orange is my favorite color, and I really do like the orange. Looks great. Other than that, they're built very strong. You have a polymer type outer casing up top. It's not metal like some of the others. The bottom is a dark finish. If you can see that up in the camera, we've got a dark finish on the bottom. It has a rubberized type feel to it, a rubberized slash polymer type feel to it. Feels kind of similar to the top, but with a little bit of a coating on it of some sort. It's still very heavy duty. I don't think anything's going to happen to these turntables in a while as long as you take care of them. They should last very, very long. A very sturdy set of turntables overall. You have the same exact tone arm configuration that is found on the Stanton model of Super-OEM turntables. You also get included with it a head shell. Around the back, you guys, for your setup, it will be very easy for you to set up. All you need to do is plug in the detachable power cable, plug in the detachable RCA cables to your mixer or to your speakers or however you're going to use the device. And there's also a phono line switch on the back. That way you can use the preamp in the unit in order to bring the levels up to a line level and switch that to line if you want to just use your line levels, or you can switch to phono and you can use the phono level without an actual amp on the line. There's no ground back here, so it's internal grounded, and there's also a push button on off switch in the back as well. Moving right along to the front, you have your start and stop buttons here on the side. That's battle configuration, so you can turn the turntables to the side. That way your needle will be up top and you'll have easy access to your play pause buttons. That way you can make the turntable closer to your mixer, and it's more of a compact setup and it's easier to manipulate. When you're scratching, you're not going over your actual needle. Your needle was now flipped to the top. Moving right along, we have your removable LED target light. All the Super-OEM models have this same removable light. You move right along to the actual speed. We have speed RPM select here. This is the extra features that are found on the unit. Your speeds can be adjusted between 33, 78, and 45. And you have your buttons here that will let you know exactly where it is. You have indicators right above the buttons to let you know where you are, what you're using, what speed. There's also a reverse function. Play your record in reverse, and again there's indicators up top for these buttons here for your extra features, so you know exactly where you are because there is a light there. Also, moving along, we have the pitch select. You can change the actual range of the pitch here. You can change it between 10, 20, and 50%. On the Stanton, the range is a little bit different. It's an 8, 25, and 50. So Super OEM people usually choose what type of pitch select they want, and for the DJ Tech they chose 10%, 20%, 50%, and there is a Quartz Lock button, so when you're away from the actual 0 point you can easily go back to the absolute speed of the record by pressing the Quartz button. Moving along, we have the actual pitch slider. Same pitch slider found on all the other Super OEM turntables. It's metal, it feels very sturdy, has a nice resistance to it. There is no center click, so you can ride the beat all the way through for the perfect speed you need. This is where you keep your 45 adapter. On this model they have a cutout here, and you just place your 45 adapter there and you're ready to go. Setup, you have to set up and balance your tone arm accordingly. You can read or watch all the videos on YouTube about that. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. But you set that up and then you're ready to go. One of the most intriguing features on the turntable, a little bit different than maybe what most of us are used to, is the motor off feature. The motor off feature on this particular Super OEM turntable is an actual button. So when you're ready to do your motor off function, you press the button and then your motor is now off for you to do, you know, your different transitions or your different style of scratching or mixing, whatever you're going to do. But normally I'm used to the actual Technique style rotatable switch. You know, you just spin the switch, turns off, spin the switch the other way to turn it back on. And I'm more used to that, so this took me a little bit of time getting used to. It's a little bit different, but it works exactly the same way, but it's just something different, and just worth noting that you'll have to get used to that if you're used to the other style of motor off. In practice, the turntable handles very, very well. Everything we threw at it, it took it. It's very good for scratching. These are endorsed by the DMC Online DJ Championships, and for good reasons. They're tough. They can take all the scratching you can throw at it. There's no issues with lag or with your platter slowing down when you're stopping it, when you're stopping the record, and when you're doing your back queuing. They're just built very tough. They're built to last. They're built ready for abuse from real everyday scratch DJs and regular mixing and regular general use DJs as well. On top of all these features that we listed here, there's also a USB cable attachment that you can hook up to the back of the unit in order to go directly to your computer. In order to turn your vinyl collection into digital, comes with Audacity program for you to make those changes and to save your vinyl collection onto the computer. Also worth pointing out is on this particular Super OEM turntable, on most of the other Super OEM turntables that I named there, they have an adjustment knob, two adjustment knobs, one for the startup time and one for the stop time of your platter or your motor. Basically what these adjustment knobs usually do is allow you to adjust how quick your platter starts and how fast or slow your platter stops when you press the play pause button. That feature is absent from the DJ Tech SL-1300s, and it's worth pointing out, you know, some of the other turntables that are very similar to this in price and in everything else do have that feature. So if you're looking for that feature, you'll want to look elsewhere for that feature. Also, on the actual platter, you'll notice they don't have the dots that may be familiar to some of us. Those dots are representative of how fast or slow your record is going in comparison to what the normal or Quartz Lock time would normally be. So it's not really something that is necessary usually by today's standards of DJs, but some DJs may still want it, and this turntable does not have that look and that feel of the platter. It's a little bit different. Other than that, in conclusion, this is a really good turntable. I mean, all around, if it's a good performer, it's good for scratch artists. It's good for any DJ who wants a really strong turntable. It's going to last them a long time. The orange color scheme might not be for everyone, but they do have these in black. They have them in silver as well. They're heavy-duty construction. They're very high torque motors. They have a 3.5 kilograms of startup speed of force. There's nice extra feature set. There's 3 speeds to choose from, 3 pitch range selects. There's reverse button, Quartz Lock. And you know, the Super OEM turntable is still the scratching standard for turntablists and scratch DJs, hip-hop DJs everywhere. They like the extra high torque. You know, everybody knows 1200 is still the king, still the standard, but the Super OEM turntable is an excellent alternative, if not even a better alternative. So the USB port and the cable for vinyl to DJ transfer is also another big plus on the unit. Some of the cons on the unit: there's no start-stop speed adjustment knobs. It takes a little time getting used to the motor off button. And my last and final minor gripe is there is no dust cover. It may just seem like, you know, an afterthought or not that important now, but once you got this thing set up in your home studio, in your studio, wherever you're going to set it up at, you're going to notice dust attracts to vinyl turntables like faster than they attract to anything else. Just for some reason, dust loves to settle on vinyl turntables, and you're going to want a dust cover or something of the sort to cover them up. Other than that, you got a great turntable here. They're very nice, good price point. Everything works as advertised. Everything we can throw at it, it threw it back at us and basically laughed at us. It's a very good deck. So for more on the full written review, you can head on over to www.djbooth.net/DJS. You can also subscribe to me on the YouTube channel, which is Real DJ Blaze. And you can also follow me on Twitter in order to get the updates, daily DJ updates, daily production and equipment updates. That's at DJ Blaze _DJ Booth. Thanks for watching.